Good morning, everybody. All right, so I wanted to quickly run through my lawn. I've pretty much transformed my front lawn to a little mini forest. I had crazy inspiration from a couple friends on YouTube. My buddy David the Good. Yeah, we can't really call each other buddies. I watch all his videos. He doesn't know who I am. And Pete Kanaris from Green Dreams. Yeah, they've been integral to this transformation in my front lawn. And let me show you kind of what I see when I get home in the afternoon or in the evening. I usually do a quick walkthrough, and it's a nice way to finish up the day. Let's get started and take a look. So I'll park and I'll kind of look over here, and this is a little patio I made that's overgrown, but I don't really care. I think it looks all right. Got a little kumquat tree with a cranberry hibiscus, and then just some random plants. Mexican sunflower here. This is sort of where I start my plants, and then I'll put them here into the forest. This used to be just a yard about 10 months ago, and it's outrageous now. Let me step back, get a wider angle. Yeah. So usually what I'll do is I'll come home and I'll first stop at this spiral ginger, and these are edible. The tips are kind of sweet. Then I'll eat a couple of them. I'll push this little ginger out of the way, and then this one out of the way. I'll come take a look at my papaya. It's been growing pretty fast. Got some flowering plants here, a pagoda, big elephant ears. I mean, they just volunteered, and I essentially just am growing these because I figure I'll just cut them down whenever winter comes. They might make fairly good fertilizer. Here we've got a citrus tree, another big papaya. And then all of this used to be grass. Now it's sweet potato. I come out here and I'll pick the leaves and I'll saute them with some garlic and butter. Along with the sweet potato is pumpkin vines. There's one. Here's a banana that's really taken off, and there's 3 now in the place where there's only 1. I'm not sure what type it is, but my neighbor gave it to me. Here's some pears, oriental pear, and then different types of pears. Right there is a miracle fruit bush, a small one. My fig. When I moved here about 10 months ago, that fig was 2 sticks, literally. I think there was a few leaves at the end of each one, but 2 sticks coming out of the ground that were 2 feet long each, and now it's taller than I am, and I'm 6'8". Right next to that is a moringa tree. So we're in zone 9A here, so I expect these to struggle in the winter time, and I'll just cut it down to the ground and cover it in mulch and see how it does. But it grew this much in 5 or 6 months. Then next to my fig, I've got an area with pumpkin on the ground, and that's sugar cane there. Panning over, peach tree here, which the very first couple months that I had those peach trees, they were setting peaches, and so I picked most of them off, and I just couldn't help myself. I let them grow. I should have probably just picked them all off and let the trees grow, but this is ridiculous. These trees are probably only 6 or 7 months old, and they are 20 feet tall. Outrageous. They're getting the most sun here. This is south that way, and so getting a ton of sun. And then here we have another moringa tree. And again, these were started like 6 months ago. And they've got flowers all over them now. Unbelievable. That trunk is like 4 or 5 inches across. Unbelievable how much this has grown. This is my little pathway here through the moringa forest. And on one side is blackberries. I've got my bananas. So on this pathway, leading in front of my house, I've got a nice little guava tree. And growing up this arbor that I made, or this pergola, is blackberry and grapes. And the blackberries done quite well. I've gotten these blackberries that were the size of quarters around. I'm going to take a step back and show you what the yard looks like from the neighbor's yard. So stepping back, this is my neighbor's yard, and here we have mine. It's quite a stark contrast. I've made a path here that I'll walk through, and pass by the guava, and then this Thai basil is just incredible. It grows like crazy. It's a bush. We've got some citrus here, key lime, and then another guava. Next to the bananas, with a papaya tucked in. This blueberry bush is done pathetically. It's probably the soil pH. I'll have to amend that, do something, but I haven't really focused on it. The front of the yard, this used to all be sweet potatoes as well, and then I pulled up a lot of the vines, letting them grow back. Here's another, I think it's a ponderosa lemon. This is a mulberry. It's growing next to my cedar tree that has a passion fruit growing up it. And then next to everything tucked in is a chaya, little chaya tree. And I've been sort of transplanting that around my yard. Mulberry makes a nice little canopy. You can sort of trim it so that it arches over the walkway. It's a Barbados cherry. And then finally got a pomegranate. And then Pete would like this, a loquat. And in my backyard I've got tons of loquats. My patio here, the front driveway is bordered by several different varieties of ginger. I've got a shampoo ginger, and then these gingers here, which are smaller dwarf gingers. And we're back to where we started. So I'll go ahead and finish this up here. I might make another video of my backyard if people, you know, want to see what's going on back there. I've dug a hole, and the plan is to make it into a pond. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and sign off. Tell me about your gardens that you're growing. I appreciate you watching. See ya.